What up, YouTube? How's everybody out there in the YouTube community? Thank you guys for dropping by, tuning in, and to the This Be Trucking channel. As the title implies, Lease Purchase Agreement with Schneider National. That's basically what we're going to talk about today here. I don't want the videos to get too long, so I might end up doing this in a couple of, 2 parts, 3 parts, something like that. We'll see as it goes along. Okay? But anyway, let's kind of jump right into it. Like I say, my lease purchase agreement was with Schneider National. Schneider offers a three-year, 2-year, and a 1-year agreement, lease agreements. At least they did at the time, and this was about 1.5 years ago. I opted for the 1-year agreement. That fit me, just in case this was something that I didn't want to do. I know I could have lived up to the obligations of the 1 year. With that being said, this is something that I wish I'd have done a long time ago. I will also say this, though, that Schneider does give you a option of it being within the first 6 months a 3% buyout option of the remainder of the lease. Okay, which is a good thing. I mean, it'll cost you to get out the lease, but you don't have to fulfill the full lease. I guess that's the best way to look at it. Okay. Now, I want to kind of talk about some of the positive reasons that I chose the Schneider program, to lease through Schneider. Well, first of all, they offer a bundle of all those necessities that you're going to need to get up and operating. Okay. And what I'm talking about there is, your insurance, your maintenance program, your fuel, all that good stuff. Schneider offers that in a bundle. Okay. I mean, one-stop shopping, basically. Pre-pass, you can get it through Schneider. Your registration of your truck, you can get it through Schneider. Insurance through Schneider. Now, can you get this on your own? Yes. But remember, for the most part, you got to have this lined up. If you're going to lease your truck through Schneider and you're planning on getting your own plates, you kind of got to have all that legwork done before you go in and sign the lease. You're going to have to kind of have your insurance in place so that as soon as you get that truck, you can show them that you have that insurance. Okay. And that's why it was easier for me, like I say, to go and get everything through Schneider. And then if I want to change insurance or shop around, I have that option. Okay. The other thing, I would say the cons of a Schneider lease, or the negative side, that one of the things that kind of grabbed my attention that I didn't quite sit with me was, when paying this lease off, you have to pay it weekly. Okay. Now, can it be done? Yes, I did it. It still was bringing home good money after making my truck payment and all that good stuff. Okay. But that weekly payment impacts when you want to take time off, especially if you want to take a whole week, 2 weeks off. Because basically what happens there, Schneider still wants that weekly payment. So if you don't have that money set aside to pay them for that week, you come back off of that time at home, you're a week behind. Now, they have some programs so that you can basically pay into it, say, 3-4 weeks ahead of time, knowing that, let's say if you want to take off in April and it's January, you start paying for the time that you're going to take off weekly, another $100 a week or whatever, so that come time for you to take that time off, you'll already have that week or 2 weeks paid. Okay. I didn't like that. And I really have learned to appreciate it since I've moved, I've completed my lease with Schneider and I've purchased my own truck. I pay my truck payment monthly. And that's much easier. If I want to take a week, 2 weeks off, I'm not looking at that. Okay. The other thing was picking my truck. Okay. Basically, you get what Schneider has in stock. Okay. What is it called? They spec the truck the way they do their units. Okay. It's a Freightliner. You can get what they call premium. Their premium lease is your Peterbilt, your Kenworth, and your Volvo, I guess. So you can go that route, but I opted, like I say, to just get the Freightliner. But what I didn't like about that is, like I say, it's spec the way that they do their trucks. And one thing that really kind of upset me is they don't put refrigerators in the truck for their company guys. So therefore, my truck didn't have a refrigerator. Okay. So I didn't like that. They also have what they call a managed maintenance account, something like that. They call it MMA. I forget what but it's a maintenance account basically. Now my thing here was, I suggest everybody have a maintenance account, new or used. Okay, new or used. But my thing with Schneider was, they make me pay into this account. They put it in their bank. They're drawing interest off my money. Now, you go, well, and the way I look at this is, let's say they got 100, 200, 300 drivers that is paying into this account weekly, and they're sitting that money in a bank. That money is getting some pretty good interest, and they're not kicking that interest back to us. They're keeping it. Okay. So I didn't too much, that didn't, set right with me as far as my money. And a couple of the other things about the maintenance account, it's kind of the way it's configured. You have to spend the money through Schneider's network of shops, tire banks, and things of that nature. I've even had drivers, I've seen a couple of drivers on YouTube saying that they even dictate what you can buy, meaning, let's say tires. Let's say if you wanted a Michelin, and I'm not saying you can't buy a Michelin, but if you wanted one of the top of the line Michigans, let's put it like that. If that ain't in Schneider's, if that ain't what Schneider has set up, you can't take that money and just spend it like that. So I didn't like that. All right. So anyway, that's kind of my pro and con list. Okay. The next video, because this is getting kind of long, the next video, I'm going to go into the actual numbers. I'll actually break down what I was paying weekly and things of that nature. So, like I say, remember how we do it over here at the Disby Trucking channel? We stay ready so we don't have to get ready. Please like, share, subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that little bell that pops up so that you'll get a notification for whenever I put out a video. So, till the next time, I'm out.